From the High Definition Production Center of Troy University's Broadcast and Digital Network at Troy, Alabama's International University, this is Troy TrojanVision News.
Hello and welcome to Troy TrojanVision News for April 6, 2018. I'm Paige Weeks.
And I'm Lauren Harkson. Thank you for joining us this evening. Trojan football fans will have a new way to experience the action in Veterans Memorial Stadium this fall, as a massive new video board will sit atop a new North Endzone facility in the stadium. Even though the project is still a few months from completion, the scoreboard will already be fired up. Janae Jordan gives us a look.
Last season, the Trojan fans broke records at Veterans Memorial Stadium, coming out to cheer on the Trojans, and with more fans, there's a need for more space. For not only the fans, but for the athletes and the coaching staff. So the athletic department decided to add a new North Endzone to accommodate everyone's needs.
The North Endzone project for us, it's about a $25 million project that started almost 15 months ago now, and we're nearing completion. We should finish the project in the summer, but it's going to be, for the most part, it's a football operations building that will serve our football team, a locker room, athletic training space, strength and conditioning, nutrition, team space, meeting rooms, coaches' offices, really a space that we've needed for many years.
The new North Endzone will be equipped with a new video board, seating, concession, and a club area for premium members.
On top of the building, again, we've created a new video board on top of that building, which is going to be a great addition to our in-game environment. Under that video board is a concessions, high-end concession, a club area to go along with about 400 premium seats we're going to have in that end zone. And so it'll be a ticketed area where people, season ticket holders who have tickets will be really the only people allowed up there.
As you can see behind me, construction for the new North Endzone is still taking place. It is set to be finished in the summertime, and there will be a grand opening for the North Endzone against Boise State at the first home game at Veterans Memorial Stadium.
We've got a great home schedule. I think we're going to be in a position to have another successful year. Our coaches and our students are working really hard right now to prepare themselves for the fall, and so I'm excited about this season coming up.
Troy University is looking to update more areas of the athletic department as needed. As of now, the main focus is to finish the North Endzone. Janae Jordan, Troy TrojanVision News.
Fans will have the chance to get their first look at the new video board in person during the Trojans T game on April 21st.
Greek Week has had fraternities and sororities battling it out in a number of events all week. However, last night the group showed off their musical talents, all without having to actually sing a single note. Aaron Dixon shows us how.
On Thursday night, fraternities and sororities from all over Troy's campus gathered to compete in Greek Sing, and one of the hosts was even able to go into more detail on the event.
Tonight was Greek Sing, and what Greek Sing is all about is our organization's putting together a 2 to 3 minute dance competition that they have to lip sing with, and it turned out to be an awesome event. We had a lot of crowd participation, and we're just really happy with the way that it all turned out.
These groups were able to put their best dance moves forward, and a couple of the contestants were even able to talk about their experience performing.
This was my first time in any dance, and so just hearing the crowd cheer, it was super hype.
It was fun, but it was nerve-wracking.
Cameras was also able to talk about the amount of time and work they put into this performance.
We've been practicing for the past 3 weeks, 5 days a week, until like 2 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, we practiced a lot.
Greek Sing had people cheering on their favorite performances, and one member of the audience was even able to go into more detail on what made the performances so special.
The dances were really good, and everybody put their heart and soul on those mats, and I really enjoyed the dances.
Greek Sing showcased popular songs and dance moves, but now the fraternities and sororities will focus their attention to Friday, where they will all compete in the annual Greek Games.
Whether it be High School Musical or whether it be lip sync battle, Greek Sing had it all, where sororities and fraternities from all over campus gathered to dance their heart out. Aaron Dixon, Troy, TrojanVision News.
The final competition for Greek Week was the Greek Games, which kicked off at 4 this afternoon. The International Student Cultural Organization spends their Thursday nights teaching students about the cultures of countries represented at Troy.
However, as Lamaria Sampson shows us, the specific topics discussed at the ISCO meetings have changed a little.
Thursday night, the International Student Cultural Organization held a discussion about youth in Egypt. The topics range from what it's like to go to school there down to what they like to do for fun.
ISCO is the International Student Culture Organization. Today's event was about Egypt and youth in Egypt, how they grow, how's their life like when going to school, how they pass their free time. We just wanted to kind of give a feel to the people here about how we grew up and similarities, differences, and just, you know, show them how, in doing that, showing them how Egypt actually is.
In the past, ISCO would have general presentations about countries. However, this year, the topics have gotten more specific.
This year we did it different. We tried to choose one certain topic. So we have like stories from a country, or movies in a country, or schools in a country, or wedding in a country. And it's just a way to show a culture of a country, but also be like specific enough for it to engage with people and have them relate to that culture.
ISCO seeks to create a healthy environment for students to come and learn about different countries and their cultures.
It's a good opportunity for American students and the international students on campus to just gather and get to know one another and to come together as a community, because I feel like that's very important at Troy, because that's what Troy stands for as our international university, is peace and love and acceptance, and we want to show that here on campus through ISCO.
Lamaria Sampson, Troy, TrojanVision News.
The next ISCO event will be about Nepal next Thursday at 7 in the Hall of Honor.
Now, the latest in Trojan sports on Troy TrojanVision News.
Good evening and welcome to your TrojanVision Sports. I'm Antonio Reese. Striking things off at the ballpark, the Trojans baseball team is gearing up to take on conference opponent App State in a weekend series. Head coach Mark Smart discusses how the weather may not be familiar, but how the team plans to persevere.
There's some snow in the forecast. I'm not sure what that means, other than we'll take a coat or two. And it's April, last time I checked the calendar, but they deal with a different weather dynamic than we're accustomed to here. So we'll handle that the best we can, but it's an important, all the conference series are critical.
The Trojans lost the first game of the weekend series to App State 5-2. Game 2 will be tomorrow at 2 p.m. Moving things over to the softball diamond, the Trojan softball team will also be making an appearance in Boone, North Carolina, as they take on App State in a weekend series. The team aims to right ship their Sunbelt record, as they currently sit at 5-7 on the season. Due to projected snowfall in the area, the Trojans delayed their play until 2:30 and 4:30 p.m. earlier this afternoon. They will finish the series tomorrow at noon. Jogging things along to the track, the Trojans outdoor track and field teams have set to divide and conquer as they split up among two locations, the Alabama Crimson Tide Invitational in Tuscaloosa and the Bill Carson Invitational in Greensboro, North Carolina, which is hosted by East Carolina. The team will see a number of contenders at both meets. Head coach Mark Davis names a few of the teams competing that they will compete against at the Bill Carson Invite.
Coastal, East Carolina, NC State will be there, High Point University in North Carolina, and I think there's going to be a couple other ones, Citadel. So there'll be some good, well-rounded competition too in every event. The throws are always very good, the sprints are very good, the relays are very good. Field events, actually, everything's going to be good. We're going to be able to see a lot at that point and improve.
The Trojans have experienced widespread success in recent weeks, with several individuals and relay teams' wins, as well as many others getting personal bests. The team will look to increase these stats over the weekend. Jumping over to the tennis courts, the Trojan women's tennis team looks to keep their momentum going in the final two conference games of the regular season. The team will travel up to the road to Atlanta to take on a conference opponents, Coastal Carolina and App State, over the weekend. Head coach Ruia El-Sisi discusses how winning these matches could put them in a comfortable seating going into the conference tournament.
We have 2 more conference matches remaining. That's Coastal Carolina, and they're a really good team. And so winning that actually may put us in second or third seed, and it's actually going to depend on the seeding. It's kind of going to be tricky a little bit. So we need to get Coastal Carolina at Placia State to guarantee being in the top 2 or 3.
First serves are set for 2 p.m. and 8 a.m.